before the world judged them. I loved them.
All right.
Shanice Ray.
It existed on YouTube first.
Come on. So YouTube was always away.
She walked the fire.
I mean, you said something about like it should be on BT. Why is it on MTV? I look at production value. I'm like, Dave Chappelle show doesn't exist on a BT. I don't think they give him the budget. I don't think Wild 'N Out gets the budget on a BT to do what he wants to do. Like, it seems like white people still sign checks.
Because they used Wild 'N Out to rescue all their other dying channels. Viacom did. Viacom is the company that owns BET. They also own MTV, MTV2, VH1, Country Music Television.
Yeah.
Viacom owns all of that. So I think Viacom would have given the budget, but they don't give them the budget to BET. This is why the MTV Award gets way more money than the BET Award. Way bigger budget. Because we gotta remember, black people are only 13 to 19% of this population, depending on who counting them.
Yeah, we still small.
And in our heyday, there were 4 black channels. Now, they tell me that the LGBTQ community is only 1 to 3% of the American population, but they got 6 channels on TV. And all of the programming. Why? Because they make it their business to put their dollars together and coalesce their mission and say, we want representation on that TV every time we cut that TV on. If black people would have had that same power of mind, if we would have supported Soul Train until it died, if we would have supported Bounce TV, if we would support Tubi, if we would support Fan Base, if we would support all these black created things, we wouldn't have to worry about with the white folk.
Nah, facts. I think black people could be bought, so that's our problem.
Yep.
Bought cheap, that's our problem.
Yeah, that's right. Really, we.
Yep.
Seem like we go for the low.
America is capitalism. You're supposed to create something and sell it. Buy low, sell 3 times. Our problem is we buy low and then cut a discount.
Goddamn.
Yep.
Damn. We gotta figure this out.
I already got it figured out. I got the solution.
On the Diddy scandal.
Call me the solution.
Do you feel like Diddy was railroaded? Do you feel like this was just a play, a bigger play that we don't see the end result to? Or he just a freaking...
There exists a lesson that will forever need to learn. When you make enough money to be invited into all white rooms, always remember that you're the there.
Still the token black guy.
When you start doing what you see the white folks doing, you got to always remember that you're the doing it. See, nothing happens by spontaneous combustion. The epigenesis of Diddy's nasty was all the other parties and shit he went to when he was a young intern and shit, hanging out with Andre Harrell and them and shit. When he was hanging out with white billionaires and shit, you get to see how people really do their thing. And you say, oh, okay, all it takes is a little cocaine, a little bit of money, a little bit of opportunity, and people get to freaking out. I've attended freak-offs in my broke-ass life. Every house party I attended as a youngster, everybody knew after 1 o'clock, some weird about to take place. If you up in there, you better cuff her and take her home. Because she might get a train ran on her.
Yep.
Some wild about to take place. It's been enough Molly and weed and free liquor passed around this motherfucker. I never attended a strip club until I was over the age of 21 because I had attended so many house parties where, go ahead, entice this woman to take her shirt off. hey, make her throw that ass. Throw that ass, clap that ass. Like, way before Beat King existed, we used to just chant this back when there was Freakniks, back when there was Kappa Beach parties.
Freak hoes, yeah.
All of this stuff, these ain't nothing but freak-offs, bro. The problem comes in when you start making freak-offs contingent on something other than everybody having a good time.
Yep.
Freak off in order to get this job. Freak off in order to keep this secret. Freak off in order to make this political move. Now you start doing something that's illegal. Now you start to do something that's felonious because now people ain't doing what they want to do simply because they want to do it.
Yep.
Now some city high. What would you do if your son was at home crying all alone on the bedroom floor type shit? And that's never been the kind of coochie I like. I don't like dire straits. I don't like I'm going through something coochie. I need my coochie to be free and clear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? I don't need I'm in a bind, Nate. It's never been the kind that I like.
I'm in the bind, Nate.
Yup.
No, it's something about a woman with her fist balled up that made me feel like she not having a good goddamn time.
You need another release, guy.
In the city because she over there counting bills in her head. Hell no. No, and I've also, since my career started, but even before my career, when I was a young, I came up medium ugly.
Got that.
So I've had an ego problem. Every woman that I've ever been with, I need to know that you want me.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I've never paid for no sex, because no homo, I don't think I'll be able to perform. Because she not here for me. She here for these little monies.
Yeah.
She don't even like me. She like these little monies.
Come on.
And if you're the type of that got to get a woman drunk, got to get a woman high in order to get bold enough to ask her for some shit that she probably would have gave you in her sober mind, not only is you a lame ass, but you a weirdo.
Yep.
And you a felon. And we need to stop dapping it up when they start talking about doing weird shit.
Yep.
Put Molly all in her champagne.
She ain't even know. I just said it the other day. That's weird as shit.
That's weird.
You need to go to jail.
Yeah.
And when we start doing more community house cleaning and like freak-offs only became common knowledge because people that ain't freaks got invited to freak-only events.
And they were green,
Because
and they
people
started
want
telling.
to start doing shit that was only reserved for behind closed doors
Making
in front
money.
of everybody. All of this slut walk, no shame, got people doing shit that used to be not secret but private, all out in public. And once you do shit in the public, now you're susceptible to public scrutiny. If you like to chew your toenails, that's your goddamn business.
Yep.
Don't chew your toenails in front of me. Now using feet-eating ass.
Do you feel like all that about Diddy became public because he went against that big liquor company?
I don't know what caused Diddy to run afoul with those white people in power.
Because he been doing it a while.
I mean, because that's the part that pissed me off. It's the same thing I said about R. Kelly. That defending table wasn't long enough. If R. Kelly is the person that people say he is, then there should have been 7 or 8 co-defendants at that goddamn table with him.
Mm-hmm.
How does it keep chained up at home while being on tour?
Not to mention he married Aaliyah when she was, what, 60?
Not to mention he married the other chick that was on R&B Wives. And she built a whole career off being R. Kelly's ex-wife. Yep. Nobody knew that lady. We knew her for being R. Kelly's ex-wife.
Thanks.
I ain't even say her name, but I said lady, and y'all was like, yeah, I know who you talking about.
Yeah,
It's the same thing with the Diddy. I don't know what he did to piss them white folks off, but I do know that Diddy became Icarus. He flew too close to the sun. He started doing shit with no remorse, with no regard. He started acting like he was above the law. And as a black man, when you start behaving like you the white folks will come remind you that you were every time.
Yeah. I think he messed with enough white women to think that he was probably one of the good guys.
Diddy wasn't messing with no women.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
Diddy's not the type to mess with her. If a woman is with Diddy, it's because she want to be there. He heard the girl from Dirty Money and shit saying Diddy was all this, he was all that, he was a horrible. And then the prosecutor asked him,
DeMarcus,
ain't this you text?
I've been waiting for you to come through here anyway. Say, my man, listen, just a little bit of advice. Don't go back and forth with Sean King, man. Don't do it. You got too much shit you got to handle. He kind of like me. He an internet troll. So he just getting content. He will go to the extremes to get some content off you. That's why I put those eyes underneath your comment on his post. And I told Chris to tell you. Like, so I was just letting you know, you're a grown man, you're going to do what you want to do. But I'm just saying, he will probably be good. Oh, okay. If that's your dog, then have fun, my nigga. Have fun. Okay. All right. I didn't know. I just, you know, I fuck with you. I fuck with your music. I just know how that nigga is. That's my nigga too. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I've seen him in real life before. I feel like we went to school together. I went to so many goddamn schools, but we ended up friends on here. And when I saw what he was doing, I was like, I like what that nigga doing. I'm just a supporter. I support people who are doing content and I recognize their game. So since you said that's your nigga, I fuck with it. I'm gonna go back to watching Black Run because that's my nigga.
Him a year later asking him for work?
Come on.
Yeah, nobody else would hire me.
Goddamn.
So Diddy is not the type to be nefarious towards women. There's no power move really there.
He do interviews and shit like that. I don't do shit like that. I like having conversations with you niggas. Like I want to know who you are. Like I'm gonna have to get you on record about what Dallas mean to you, because that's why I'm watching Black Run, because he's trying to let y'all know the same thing I've been trying to let y'all know. Nigga, people find heaven in Dallas. So I want to holler at you and you know what I'm saying, talk to you and see what Dallas means to you, because you know, now if you ain't really from Dallas then, but I believe you, if my nigga Chris fucking with you, you got to be from the soil. Because I only trust niggas really from, like, if you from somewhere else and you not originally from here, just say that. You can still adopt the culture. But if you really from the soil, I fuck with you even harder. I call those the real motherfucking G's. The real Dallas G's right there. That's why it hurt me when they say they closing down DGs. Because that's where the real DGs go. The real Dallas G's.
The shit he was doing in Cassie was some pimp.
They just gonna change it. I know that.
The reason why he stomped out in that hallway is for whatever she had snuck away with in that bag. Which is why when he first came up to her, the first thing he did was grab the bag.
He grabbed the bag.
Yeah, I know them niggas.
Bag away from
I don't know them niggas, but I've been in rooms with these niggas.
Like, how dare you try to steal whatever was in this bag?
He went back to the room with the bag. Left her out there.
Running down the hallway barely holding a towel behind what was in that bag.
What was in the bag?
I'm just trying to. What I'm trying to get y'all on the wave of understanding. Some shit's for to change. Dallas is they're looking at Dallas to gentrify Dallas. So there's about to be so many new people who are seeing Dallas as like new real estate and all this shit. So it's about to be so much money coming to Dallas. So we as the Dallastonians, the niggas who are really from here, we need to go ahead and hurry up and build now. And learn what vertical integration means. And if you don't know what vertical integration means, don't worry, you connected to me. So you gonna know what vertical integration means, and cause I know what it means. I'm gonna get us all rich before the flood, cause the flood is coming. It ain't a flood like y'all think. It ain't gonna be water. It's gonna be something else. It's gonna be people. They coming.
Man.
What you got in that bag?
Because what y'all don't know, on the white people side, they're working to make gambling legal in Texas. And if they make gambling legal in Texas, and then they turn around and they pass the bill to make marijuana legal in Texas, it's going to be a lot of money coming to Dallas. We already an oil city. You know what I'm saying? That most people don't know that Dallas was structured based on the sales of cars. That's why our neighborhoods sit the way it is. And downtown is really what downtown look like. You are made to have to drive here. That's why everything is so far. Like, going to Denton, driving to Denton ain't shit to us. Driving to Oklahoma ain't shit to us. We've been driving forever. That's why Donald Trump is like, nah, we need to drill, get that oil. Get these cars running. Boom the economy back up over here. Yes, the electric cars are dope, but my homegirl Erica, she She in Arizona. And she was in the rental car driving. And she said she seen a car accident involving one of them Waymo cars. You know, the cars that don't have no drivers? Yeah, a car accident with one of them in it. Shit's finna get crazy. So you need to have smart people driving cars, not smart cars.
You gotta remember,
Because the world's changing. You better get with this AI shit.
Yeah, he's a cook. Yeah.
Diddy is a cuck. So sex with a woman to him is not the act with the same ego attachments that most have. That's why, like Vlad.
Damn ass.
Surf or turf? With the Zaxby's box, the answer is both. Get Zaxby's Southern Fried.
I watch everything. It's game everywhere. Even like this ad. You see that ad was about AI. Like, it's telling me everything.
Like Vlad is trying to go viral by talking about that man meat size. But most women, when you for most women, they don't give a about your meat size. No way. Having a big meat is like having a big booty. It really don't change who that woman is as a person. It's just something nice to have. So when Diddy got all the money that'll change your financial situation, when every dream you've ever had he can make come true with a phone call, who cares if he ain't got a $5 foot long? That woman finna put on an Academy Award winning performance for Diddy. I've seen women bump coochies and bust a nut.
It has happened.
It does not matter how long your thing is, bro. If that ain't what she like you for, no way.
Yeah. Give him hope.
Cassie was with Ryan Leslie first.
Yup.
He was already in the music industry. She had already had a whole demo, but he couldn't make her dreams come true fast enough. That's why she got with Diddy. And in one phone call, you've been waiting so long for me to answer your... What I gotta do for that? I gotta oven... Yeah, be sure that they loan me too. Because he doesn't respect women. So when he views a woman having sex, he want to see her get dogged out because you beneath him. But also, it's homoerotic because he get to see.
Okay, so watching the documentary and like all the interviews with Vlad, does it change your opinion or your viewpoint on Diddy? Because it kind of changed
the
mine.
rumors about Diddy had already been out. Had been rumored about Diddy and Tyson Beckford way back in the day.
Yeah.
Had already been said it's weird that Diddy and Meek Mill showed up in matching Louis outfits. It had already said it's weird that Diddy be rubbing niggas' shoulders in interviews. It already said it's weird that Diddy be asking to take shopping and calling him daddy. Hey daddy, when you gonna let me take you shopping? It already said that take that sounded kind of weird. It already realized that everybody that signed the Bad Boy never made it out financially. And most of them didn't make it out in their right mind. Everything that people said about Diddy that was bad after the trial started, people had already been saying. The only thing we did not know is that he had 1,000 bottles of baby oil and 800 dildos.
And like a rub man semen on his nipples.
Those are party favors, which is why, again, I get upset when you ask other celebrities about Diddy, and they be like, yeah, I was at the party, but I left. You a left lie. You left the next morning. You left after all the fun was over. Because ain't no having all that type of freaking fun for 30 years by himself. And nobody in the industry knew nothing. Terry Crews got his meat grabbed in front of his wife by a little bitty white man. And none of you knew nothing.
Do you think Jamie Foxx still has footage from the parties?
No, I think Jamie. See, y'all gonna fuck with my conspiracy theory side, bro. I think Jamie got threatened.
Ooh. Tone it down, son. What they hit him with, like, bro? Because he be at the party too.
See, the one thing money can't buy you is more life.
I agree. That's some real shit. Yeah.
If you think having money saves you from dying, go talk to Luigi Mangione. He shot a CEO in the head who had a personal wealth of what, damn, $250 million or more,
Well,
shot that man in the head, and guess what? The GoFundMe, how much money did they raise for Luigi?
shoot,
$30-40 million?
goddamn.
Racks on racks on racks? If having money mean everything, then how Charlie Kirk didn't have no barricade around that goddamn tent? Somebody knew that hot was coming for him.
Hey,
If having money means everything, why is Tupac dead?
the lack of money.
Because money don't mean when you
Money
got
mean nothing.
multiple millions, money don't mean, it's just a tool at that point.
It's just a tool.
Money is always
If
a
we
tool.
said 50 Cent, here go $100 million. We want you to do what you really don't want to do. He's not gonna do it. Because $100 million.
What the hell is going on with my shit, man? Ah, man, this shit tripping. Well, you get what you pay for. I don't know what downing means. Well, we're going to let it do what it do. That's why you always got to have a backup plan. I don't know what that shit. Okay, so there we go. I don't know what that shit doing. Hold on. Oh, that's old. Okay, that's old.
File your own taxes 100% free in the Credit Karma app by February 28th if you didn't file with TurboTax last year, no matter your tax situation.
That shit.
The lack of money.
Because money don't mean, when you got multiple millions, money don't mean, it's just a tool at that point.
It's just a tool.
If it said 50 Cent, here go $100 million. We want you to do what you really don't want to do. He's not going to do it. Because $100 million won't move him. He has hundreds of millions of dollars. That's not enough money to get him to do what he don't want to do.
Right.
So when you got Jamie Foxx money, and he's sitting on that type of secret, only thing they can really put you with is your life. Because when they get to play with your life, they get to play with your legacy. Black men on top always die ways. Sam Cooke got shot in a hotel after a prostitute ran off with his pants.
Yeah, I heard of that story. That's a wild story.
Wild ass story.
That is a wild story.
I think the same thing that took out Irv Gotti is the same thing they hit Jamie Foxx with. All in the conspiracy theory there.
Okay.
That's the one thing they hit black men with. brain cancer, aneurysm. So all of our political figures, go look at how they died. Aneurysms, colon cancer, like that. They fuck with your brain, they fuck with your guts. Go look at how many times they tried to poison Malcolm X. And how many times he actually was poisoned. He was poisoned and survived before they shot him in the Audubon Ballroom.
Oh, yeah.
What'd they do to Dave Chappelle the minute he walked away? Tried to play him crazy.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
Jaguar Wright sat on this same couch, said a whole bunch of shit that's starting to come out as being revealed as true.
Yeah.
Soon as she started getting viral for that, nobody remembered her for the Pepsi commercial she did with the Roots and shit. Nobody remembered her from singing on Song Cry. But when she started talking, sat right here and started dropping goddamn ooh on the goddamn facts, ooh on the goddamn truth, they was just falling out of her pocket like she had a bag full of 2 minutes.
Goddamn, bag full of 2 minutes.
What they do? Played her crazy.
Come on.
What they do to Left Eye?
Shit.
Soon as she went down to Honduras to go see Dr. Sebi, played her crazy.
Come on. Yeah,
Now she died in a mysterious car crash.
Yeah, those would be weird. Those would be weird. Goddamn. Now you give us some. You speak on Dave Chappelle real quick. Did you get a chance to watch his comedy special? And if you didn't, what are your thoughts on his method? Because he had said something. He's like, man, I got a 45-minute closer.
Yeah.
I said, man, you have to talk us through this closer.
Yep. Slow walking.
Yeah, slow walking. What is your method? What is your thoughts on that method of comedy where we're going to educate you for
See,
45 minutes?
Dave Chappelle is, from what I understand, a practicing Muslim. And when you are a practicing Muslim, I'm not saying Nation of Islam. When you are a practicing Muslim, from what I've been taught, they're all about peace and unification. So even the things that he say might sound divided, but he's doing it in a way to get people to talk out loud. Because if you talk out loud, you'll find out we're more alike than we are different. And that will hopefully bring about the unification. Yeah. Old school classic comedians, the ones that are the names that live way beyond their years, were modern day philosophers, bro. Like Aristotle and Socrates. Our thought becomes the general thought process. Our language becomes the lexicon. Nora Holston, rest in peace, coined the term booty do.
Oh, what that?
25 years ago, when a woman's stomach stick out further than her booty do. And now it's part of the lexicon. Bill Bellamy coined the term booty call on Def Jam. And now it's a part of the lexicon. Mm-hmm. And the list can go on and on and on and on. There are words, there are phrases you're going to learn today.
You're going to learn today.
Kevin Hart coined that, and now it's part of your vocabulary, it's part of your thought process. Half of the things that comedians have said, just joking, have changed the way the people think. And when you change the way the people think, that's how laws change. And back in the day, comedians used to be willing to be locked up for the shit we would say on stage. Like Lenny Bruce would go to jail. Like George Carlin, 7 words you can't say on television. Yeah. Like Red Fox, like Dick Gregory, that would say things that were the counterculture. These days, comedians too busy wanting to be viral. They want to have followers. They want to have a whole multitude of echo chamber-like fans. So this is why you have a lot of famous comics that don't really say nothing of substance. They don't really have a message. They don't. When you ask them about political issues, they LeBron James. They ain't really got no thought about it. But LeBron James did. He took the page out of Michael Jordan book. When Michael Jordan was Michael Jordan, he didn't think nothing about politics and thought.
Great Don Huffines, by the way. Don's running for to Doge, Texas. He's doing a great job. Fully endorsed him.
About politics and thought. And that's some coon ass. So Dave Chappelle, in a very Muslim way, likes to show people the error of their ways through thought. Dave is one of them people who his message makes white people feel like it's still hope for y'all. white folks, it's all right. One day y'all gonna wake up and realize how horrible y'all been treated, and y'all gonna say sorry, and we gonna hug y'all, because black people are the most forgiving race of people on the face of the planet.
Yeah, that's a bar.
You think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
That's a bad thing. It's what's been holding us back.
Wait, hold on, wait. Oh, we should want. We should take what we want.
It has nothing to do with that. We should treat the people who have done us wrong like they did us wrong. Why is it that the word trauma is so popular in this generation, but we as black people want to ignore the other traumas that other people have predicated onto us? You want to hold responsible for you and not dating you right or properly, breaking your heart, getting some coochie and ghosting you, but we can't hold white people to task for the shit they consistently do to us. Every year, a different corporation comes and plays in our face, whether it be the coolest monkey in the jungle or another way of disrespecting all black folks. And we boycott and be mad for a little while until a rich come online and say, I mean, what we so upset about? Why we so mad? We didn't with Starbucks until a rich decide that it's cool to with Starbucks. We didn't fuck with the NFL until Jay-Z decided. Remember, Jermaine Dupri was about to sign the deal and be the person that Jay-Z is in the NFL. And Jay-Z told him that would be some cool ass shit if you did it. Only to then turn around, add another zero to the contract, and sign it his goddamn self. Gotta stop practicing selective outrage. How many snuck and went back to Target because it don't seem like we still on that?
Why I keep saying Downing?
Make the Montgomery bus boycott sound like it took place over spring break weekend or something.
Oh,
that was 18 months where everybody in the city sacrificed, lost jobs, had to give each other rides, created Uber. Niggas started ride sharing.
We had community back then.
Because we decided before we keep giving money to who's going to play in our face, we'll just not have that product. But gotta have products. We gotta be on TikTok. But I remember when TikTok first came out, if you put RIP George Floyd on there, they wouldn't allow that post to go up. If you put up hashtag Black Lives Matter, they wouldn't allow that post to go up. But every time come up with the newest, greatest dance, and we all on TikTok with it. Then somebody white do it, get famous for it. So I'm not mad at these putting the dress on no more. At least the OGs got a check for it. You did it for a blue check.
Bars. So where do you think the black community is headed? The black man, the American black man. I have a theory, but I want to see what you think.
If you really want to know, the only thing that's going to make black people coalesce is if white people carry out the rest of Project 2025. White people been showing us that the last 80 to 100 years of racial progression in this country is about to be repealed. They taking it all back, one step at a time, one act of law and legislation at a time. What was the last one? DEI. Oh, we'll take that back then. What was before that? Affirmative action. Oh, we'll take that back then. What was before that? Abortion. Oh, we'll take that back then. And every civil act, it's just that, an act. And acts can be enacted. We never made them laws. They were just acts. And an act is just that. An act of kindness can be replaced by an act of evil. Mm-hmm. And these white folks showed it when they did January 6th and nobody went to prison. When they stormed the Capitol and nobody died except that one white woman that got shot and fell. If that had been and stormed the Capitol, it would have been a bloody massacre. Mm-hmm. When white folks start showing that they don't have to hide, you heard J.D. Vance, you don't have to apologize for being white anymore. In other words, you don't have to apologize for being racist anymore. The United States never came out and called the Ku Klux Klan a terrorist organization. But every other group gets called a terrorist organization. They are bombing in Venezuela right now.
Texas was feeling unlucky. Now Texas is an open door to new
down because they call that a terrorist organization. But it's domestic terrorism going on right now in this country. But that's just white folks being white. And the biggest problem that we as black folks have is we keep saying that our problem with white folks is with white men, like white women ain't did. Like there ain't laws on the books that protected white women from murdering black babies because they would beat black babies to death. So now they got laws in place. Like there weren't white women that have done evil to black women and kept them out of positions. And like the Crown Act wasn't put in place to keep white women's hands out of black women's hair. But when we get to talking about racism, we allow white folks to come stand on our side and be like, yeah, because it's all white men's fault. They held us back too. Man, y'all better go look at them pictures of the 60s and 70s. Go look at all them white women that stand there shouting, that's spitting. Go look at all them white women that's standing around lynching, cutting off pieces of black people. Go look at all them white women that were the daughters of the Confederacy. That's the female Ku Klux Klan, by the way. Yeah, go look at all them white women at these colleges and universities that terrorize black women, that put on blackface parties every year at the schools. So we're going to hold white folks accountable. We need to hold all white folks accountable. And I need all black folks to realize that it's black first. Before you Democrat, before you Republican, before you gay, before you straight, before you Protestant, Catholic, Muslim, Jew, Gentile, Christian, vegan, pork eater. Before you are anything, you are black. Because all these other groups, they distract black folks from the main mission. We got more black people in the LGBT that fight harder to be gay than they do to be black. As if racism don't exist in the LGBT communities. We got black Republicans fighting to be Republican harder than they fighting to be black. As if black don't exist in the GOP.
You know, and you know what's so crazy about the LGBT community? They will make, they'll put
it's fighting to be Republican harder than they fighting to be black. As if black don't exist in the GOP.
You know, and you know what's so crazy about
He said that wrong.
The LGBT community? They'll make have an ad for HIV and AIDS, a black gay couple right there.
Every group has used black folks to popularize what the they doing. The only image they do not show you on TV is a healthy heterosexual black couple. The last time you saw it was My Wife and Kids, the Damon Wayans sitcom. Since then, you have not seen a properly functioning black family. They gave us Blackish. Rainbow never respected Andre, and their marriage crumbled. Every show they've given us, Empire. Cookie didn't respect Lucius. Power. Tasha didn't respect Ghost. Every show they've given us where the lead is a black man and a black woman and they both happen to like each other when they clothes off. The relationship is toxic at best. But everybody else gets shown in love and light and positivity. Every other show gets representation. Every other group of black folks. The love white women, plenty shows where they show that. The sisters that love white boys, plenty shows where they show that. The sisters that love sisters, plenty of shows that show that. The brothers that love brothers, plenty of shows that show that. The that hate each other, plenty of shows that show that. Black folks not getting along on every channel. It becomes part of the psychosis, man. Now we live in this Tyler Perry ass real life. Where you got these big old 6'6" ass in drag, and a bunch of black women that hate, and a bunch of that have to be beta men in order to get the love and favor of a black woman.
I can agree with him on that one.
But are you ready to die for this, Black Ron?
Are you ready to die? Hey man, I'm gonna tell you the same thing Dick Gregory told me. Consciousness is like wearing a pair of magic glasses. When you become woke, you put the glasses on, and the curse begins. You see everything for what it really is. But you can't make nobody else put the glasses on. Mm-hmm. And once you put the glasses on, you can't never take the glasses off. So I decided a time ago that for the truth I live and for the truth I die. It's the reason why I call myself Black Ron. It was black comedians that said, they can see you black. Why not just call yourself by your real name?
Because that wasn't the purpose.
That wasn't the purpose. I lived in a dichotomy. I ran the streets. I did hood streets and called me black. And I worked in the corporate world and I did things in the academic space and people called me Ron. And when I decided I was going to mash both those worlds together and talk about the truth, I had to be both of those people at the same time. I got to be black and I got to be Ron too. That way when you see me, whichever life you know me from, I ain't got to act like I don't know you.
Yeah, man. You got some deep shit going on, brother. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know,
It's deep enough for you to dig it. I put it just deep enough for you to dig it.
I know. I get you 100%.
Come on.
You know,
They gonna dissect.
So where we going as black people? Am I willing to die for this? Absolutely. My father told me as a young boy, if you ain't found nothing to die for, you ain't fit to live.
amen.
And a man has to find something that he's willing to be on the wrong side of history for. You got to have a hill that you're willing to die on. Whatever that's going to be. If you like mayonnaise on your burgers, God damn it, fuck mustard. It's mayonnaise on my burgers. And you got to be able to stand on that no matter who come around with some mustard on their burger. No matter how unpopular mayonnaise becomes. No matter if the pretty you really like really digs mustard. You got to be man enough to be like, I like mayonnaise on mine, baby. No matter if you put the pistol to your head and say, it's mustard gang over here. You got to be like, I no disrespect to y'all, but I'm from the mayonnaise side. If they offer you a check and say, now you like mustard, right? You got to be able to stand on that camera and say, mayonnaise, hi, Mom. All money ain't what?
Good money.
If all money ain't good money, then that means you got to be willing to say no to some money. But they never told you which of the monies wasn't good money. They just said all of it wasn't good.
We know the money that ain't good, because as soon as you be about to get this, you be like,
You know the money that ain't good because it don't feel good when you get it. And you have to use
That's
it.
pretty much the end of that. All right, I got to go see Unc about some business. So y'all go be great, go be guys and goddesses. Remember, God loves you, and so do I.